Okay guys, so it's time for the 7th episode of SmackDown Shut Your Mouth Story Mode. We are at Insurrection. It is 2002. We are fighting as Tajiri. Obviously Backlash was only 2 weeks, well, 2 weeks in the game away, only 1 week in terms of the series. I didn't actually get put into any matches, but as I agreed to go on this tour, I'm guessing that I'll get put into a match, at least one match anyway. So Insurrection was a oh, here we go, tag team, Tajiri and William Regal versus Mark Henry and Goldust. I'm very happy to be fighting alongside William Regal. But yeah, Insurrection was a pay-per-view that they only did in the UK, and they obviously there was just one of them a year. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like, obviously they don't do it anymore. If it was overly profitable, they probably wouldn't do it. But it's just cool to see them coming to the UK. I never ever got to see a wrestling show when I was a kid. I still haven't properly seen one now. Felt great to be back in my home country, except the fact I had to see all your disgusting faces. It'll be a tag team match with me and my wonderful surprise partner, Regal, doing his old heel thing there. And here he is. How are you doing, Tajiri? It's my pleasure to have a match with you tonight. We will give our best effort to Her Royal Highness. See you later, sunshine. What is it now? Like 10 years later than this, and she's still on the throne. She was in her 70s then, she's in her 80s now. Credit to her for lasting so long. Poor Charles. I don't. Do I know? It's William and Henry are the grandchildren. Yeah, so it's Charles, Prince Charles. He's like coming into his 60s now, I think, or he might even be. He might even be there. He might even be like in his mid 60s. Oh, Cruiserweight Championship match. Who's gonna win? Eddie Guerrero. Okay, so it's Jerry and Regal. So yeah, he's coming into like his 60s now, and or something like that, and he's still not the king because the Queen has lasted out so long. I mean, I think the idea of the royal family is really stupid, but I feel pretty bad for him, you know. If I was him, obviously I wouldn't want my mom to die as such, but I'd just be like, well, I'm not going to become the king ever. This sucks. When he's probably been told for his whole life that he is going to become the king. But yeah, credit to the Queen for lasting so long, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying before, Goldust. I love Goldust. This is going to be a good match. Goldust and Regal, two of my all-time favourites. What face paint has he got? That's not. I don't really like that face paint. I go through. Like, I don't like his current face paint, but I like the one before. Anyway, yeah. Back to what I was saying. When I was a kid, I never got to see a wrestling show, except for one in the small town that I'm from, and it was like in like a little hall, and there were like 50 people watching. And it was just people pretending to be Stone Cold and Kane and stuff. It was awful. Actually, that is the face paint that I liked. It looks a bit different from what I saw. So yeah, it was just people pretending to be people. And that's the only show that I ever got to see. And I was very young at that point. I had some photos that I took of it when I was there, but I don't think I've got those anymore. Getting Regal straight in. I don't know if I'll play as Regal as such. No, playing as Tajiri. That's fine though. I don't know how to get out of the ring. Yeah, alright. I don't want to hug you while I have no. Can you get off me? I don't actually know. Oh. No. How do I get on the apron? There we go. But yeah, I went to a show. I live in Northampton now in England. I went to a show there and there were about... It was probably again like 40 or 50 people watching, and there was like 3 matches. And I went with my girlfriend. She was good enough to go with me even though she's not actually a fan. Well... Regal being flung out there. So yeah, we went to watch it, and it was an absolutely hilarious show. Like everyone, I'm just gonna let this assault happen. I'm talking. I don't care about Regal. Everyone like it was a very like child orientated show. But like, there was a guy in one of the first matches, and like he got hung upside down on the ropes, but like he was kind of balanced there. Like, I don't know if you can imagine this, but imagine Tajiri just being like in the corner with his back to the corner, but he's upside down, and he's got like a foot on each rope, and every time like the guy goes to grab his leg, he moves his leg out the way and goes, ooh, and like I don't know, it was just funny. And this guy, like one of the heel characters in a mask, went to the cafe area that was choking Regal by accident. Went to the cafe area that's like kind of in the venue and like shouted at a woman, like obviously just like being a heel, kind of like trying to get like heel heat, putting on a show. The woman, don't ask me why, just stormed out the room crying because a wrestler shouted at her. It's like, maybe she'd had bad situations before, but it's like we all know that wrestling is not real at this point. Like, we don't need to cry when they come over and shout. I don't know. But yeah, no, it was a good show. But you know, like there was a guy who had supposedly been in the WWE and TNA, but I'd never heard of him. He was like English, like a bold guy. I don't know. I don't think he'd actually been in them. Like maybe he'd been in the developmental system of like WWE or done a few house shows, but I don't think he was ever on TV. I can't even remember his name. I did like Google this, as I kind of did stop watching wrestling for a while, as I spoke about in my last episode. I did kind of Google this, and there was kind of not really much on him. There was also a guy, I don't actually want to pin him yet. There was also a guy who was in the Harry Potter movies, but he was one of the goblins, and he decided to become a wrestler called Little Legs. He was actually pretty good. I liked him. He was in the main event against some other guy. Yeah, I'm going to see TNA in January when they do their English kind of rounds. I wanted to see WWE, but I figured like it'd be too expensive and it'd be hard to get to and stuff. So I haven't seen WWE yet. I don't even remember how I got onto this subject. How my rambling start, I do not know. Double team here because William Regal has his finishing move. Go away, Goldie. Kick. Referee. 1, 2. I'm going to pin Goldust for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, but I don't know why I said I'd never been to see a show. I don't know how I got onto that. But yeah, I've seen one since going to university, and I'm seeing TNA again with my girlfriend, so that should be cool. Hopefully some of the like more famous guys will be on the tour, but regardless it should be pretty cool. Probably, yeah, I think I just spoke about it because this Insurrection show's in the UK and I never actually been to see a WWE show, but I thought it was a cool idea. But yeah, I'm finally going to go and see some actual kind of televised, well, it might not be televised, but some wrestling by a company that televises it. Although it might only be TNA, I'm cool with that. I've got nothing against that. So that's Insurrection done. Oh, what have we done here? Jeff Hardy's attire. You can unlock the new attire. Oh, okay. So I can do like one thing. That means I'd have to play 5 story modes to unlock all of these. I thought you'd unlock all of them. I mean, I'm not going to play this game again, so it doesn't really matter. So I think I'll just go for the Insurrection Arena, to be honest. Be interesting to see what I would have gone for first when I was a kid. So what we got here? Tag Team Championship. Booker T and Kane defeating Jeff and Matt Hardy. So this Booker T and Kane partnership obviously working well. They're not supposed to be the champions. It's supposed to be Christian and Lance Storm, but I messed up in my TLC match. So now we're back onto Raw. 2nd week of May. Which means obviously that it's the end of this episode, as I do one match an episode. So if you did like this video, please do give it a like, comment on it and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time.